Hello, learners. I hope you are all fine. I'm happy to have another time with you. And for today's lesson, we'll be looking at idiomatic expressions, and this happens to be the last lesson or the last topic for the term. The last topic for the term before we write our third term exams. And so we will look at idiomatic expressions, look at some examples and their meanings, and also look at some sentences with idioms in them. Then we'll have an assignment on that, identifying the meaning to the right idioms underlined in sentences. The essence of this lesson is to help us manage our language, especially when we are writing an informal letter or an informal essay. We should use more of the idiomatic expressions to spice up our work. So look at what an idiomatic expression is quickly, and then we will go through some examples. So for an idiomatic expression, it is a phrase or a sentence of two or more words. It is a phrase or a sentence of two or more words that have a special meaning of its own from the ordinary meaning of the actual words used. So with the words or group of words given, we are saying that the meaning of these words, we cannot derive them from individual words unless we put the words together. So for idiomatic expression, for you to be able to deduce proper meaning for it, you cannot just look at each word forming that expression to make meaning unless you put them together. More importantly, when they appear in sentences, you'll be able to deduce proper meaning of those expressions. I hope that is clear. Okay, so they are mostly used in informal expressions to enhance communication skills. We have been using these expressions, okay? Sometimes we get them wrong in our sentences, and sometimes most of us, we also don't know them and we don't use them. So this is just to help us polish up and then also learn to use them more often. So we are saying that it is a phrase. When we say a phrase, it doesn't really make sense, okay? A phrase doesn't make sense because it's part of a sentence. We also have an idiom where we have a whole sentence, but also we are still saying that even when we have a sentence, because it's an idiomatic expressions, we will not be able to deduce proper meaning from that. Looking at the individual words, you cannot pick each word from that group of words to make meaning out of it unless you put the words together. Let us consider some examples. To turn a new leaf. To turn a new leaf. It means to begin a new, better way of behavior. So, Kwame in class is very stubborn. So, he's noted for that behavior. After punishing him several times, one day, Kwame decided on his own that I would turn a new leaf, meaning he has decided to change his bad way of living and to put upward a good behavior. So look at the words forming that, turn a new leaf, as in leaf of a tree. Realize that, or of a plant. You realize that just speaking that, you cannot make meaning. So in a sentence, you are able to get the real meaning from what the expression is about. So that's what we mean by the individual words cannot make meaning on their own unless they are put together or used in sentences. Okay, then the second one is a chip of the old block. A chip of the old block. It means someone who is like the father in appearance. The person resembles the father. The person is the exact replica of the father. That is a chip of the old block. Come to light. Come to light. When we say something has come to light, it means the thing has been revealed, or now it is in the known. Okay, it has come to light. Every nook and cranny. Every nook and cranny. Mostly when you are looking for something, okay, we use this expression. I searched every nook and cranny, but still could not find mine beautiful pen. So it means you searched everywhere. Then the next one is a man of letters. A man of letters. It means someone who is highly educated. Highly educated. When we have thick-headed means the person, is stupid. Burn the midnight candle means to work late into the night. To work late into the night. Cry over spoilt milk. Cry over spoilt milk. Okay, when the thing is spoiled, can you use it? You cannot. So it simply means that when you complain over a lost thing from the past, okay, it is not really necessary. It is not needed. So crying over spoiled milk wouldn't help the issue. So cry over spoiled milk means when you complain over a lost from the past. Hit the sack, sheet or hay. It means to go to bed. To go to bed. Keep something at bay. It means to keep something away or at a distance. The last straw means the final problem in series of problems. The last straw, this is the last straw of it. I've had enough of this. This is the last straw. So considering the challenges you are going through or you've gone through,
device is ready to air.
You are able to. So this expression is suitable for that. The final problem is series of problems. It takes two to tango. It means action or communication need more than one person. So for you to say that you have communicated effectively, you need more than you, the individual, making that statement. So that is it. Not a spark of decency. It means the person has no manners. Kwame has no spark of decency. The person lacks manners. Kill two birds with a stone. It's not really an easy thing, right? It's not possible. It seems impossible. But this is to mean that someone may try just one thing, will end up accomplishing two things, okay? So to accomplish two different things at the same time. Sit on the fence. Sit on the fence. One, or when one doesn't want to make a decision or choose, okay? It could also mean that the person is idle, sitting on the fence. Sit on the fence. Steal someone's thunder. To steal someone's thunder. To take credit for someone's work. To take credit for someone's work. That is the meaning. Then the next one, feel a bit under the weather. To feel slightly ill. So you say, I'm under the weather. It means you are not well. You are not well. Then let sleeping dogs lie. Let sleeping dogs lie is to allow past issues remain same, since speaking about them will result into problems. Yes, so you should allow sleeping dogs lie so that you don't end up bringing up issues in the past that will cause more damage than they have already caused. Okay, let's look at this sample of sentences with idioms. Kwame, when he was growing up, had no spark of decency in him. Kwame, when he was growing up, had no spark of decency in him. 2. I've had enough of his insult. This is the last straw. It means you can't take it again. This is the last of it. Okay. We were advised by our teachers to burn the midnight candle when there need be. We were advised by our teachers to burn the midnight candle when there need be. 4. He stole my thunder to receive that presidential award. He stole my thunder to receive that presidential award. 5. To make the long story short, Amma never paid the money she was given. To make the long story short, Amma never paid the money she was given. Okay, so this will be a short assignment just to complement what we have learned. Okay, a short assignment. All you have to do is to read carefully and then identify or choose from the two alternatives given the right answer to the underlined expression. Number 1. Essie is so thick-headed that she could not pass her entrance exams. A. She's smart. B. She's stupid. 2. He searched every nook and cranny of the mansion but could not find the jewelry. So the underlying expression is nook and cranny. We have he searched part of the house. B, he searched everywhere. Then 3, Isa is a chip of the old block. The underlying expression is chip of the old block. A, this means Isa resembles the father. B, this means Isa has an old chip. Then 4, during exams, most students burn the midnight candle. The underlying expression is burn the midnight candle. This means A, they burn candle in the night. B, they learn into the night. Then 5, my dad arrived in the nick of time to save the situation. This means my dad, A, was just in time. B, met Nick on his way home. Okay, so this is where we'll end our lesson. Briefly, we have looked at idiomatic expressions. We've looked at some examples. We've also looked at how they are being used in sentences. Then lastly, we have an assignment to do to assess ourselves. I wish you all the best. Do your best to copy this into your notebooks. Take care. Bye-bye.